Saying Israel is on a knife's edge right now would be an understatement. After months of protests and mass public opposition, the Israeli parliament has approved the first part of judicial reforms that have divided the nation, with opposition parties boycotting the vote. Monday's ratification in a stormy Knesset session only fueled further protests, with thousands of people taking to the streets and clashing with police. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his right-wing allies had been adamant about the judicial reforms. This was the first part of their larger push to overhaul the judiciary and prevent the Supreme Court from overruling governmental decisions it views as unreasonable. Critics see it as nothing but a power grab that threatens Israeli democracy, driven by a personal and political agenda, particularly the context of Netanyahu's ongoing corruption trial.
The situation right now is very sensitive in Israel. Yesterday, more than 150 businesses shuttered their doors as part of the protests. Tel Aviv Stock Exchange is down today by 4%, just today. 4%, it's huge in Israel. And the shekel weakened by 1.5% in one day. If you ask the Netanyahu supporters, they will tell you he just wanted to have a power as a government. But if you look on the opposition, they will tell you that he wants to cancel his trial.
Netanyahu's divisive steps are far from done right now. A watchdog plans to petition the Supreme Court to annul the new law, as does opposition leader and former Prime Minister Yair Lapid. The battle playing out on the streets is also having an economic impact, while the threat of violence keeps growing, like Monday's incident where a driver ran through a crowd of protesters in central Israel. Ehud Olmert, another former prime minister, has warned that Israel is heading into a civil war, criticizing Netanyahu for threatening the foundations of Israeli democracy.
I believe that we will see more protests in the upcoming days, not just like in Jerusalem and Tel Aviv, but in different places. We should see the upcoming protests and how the Israeli police act, because if you take the last 24 hours from the opposition side to the governmental side, from the police side, everyone became much more violent.
The turmoil in Israel is being closely followed around the world. The White House, a key ally of Israel, termed the parliamentary approval of the law unfortunate, stressing that the Biden administration will keep pushing for a border consensus through political dialogue. For now, Israel faces a turbulent period, with the uncertainty and unrest unlikely to end anytime soon.